Hello everybody, Garrett here.
I'm Lindsay.
And if you couldn't tell by the music intro, today we're going to be talking about our trip to Aulani that we had this last year. Kind of a was it worth it, kind of a recommendation list.
Alright, here we go. There's really two main places to get merch, three maybe. The first one, the main one, is in the lobby of the hotel. It's a big store. They sell basically everything. T-shirts, spirit jerseys, plushies.
It's like your really classic like Disney store.
Lots of things that you don't see in the parks, or in the American parks I should say, like Duffy and his friends, who I love. Olu is kind of like the face of Aulani, so lots of Olu stuff.
They did a really cool job. They've got their regular shop. It's kind of near the lobby, and then a little bit further along, they have another shop that's kind of like their fancier shop. So it's got golf polos and the
brand names.
Yeah, like Dooney and
Burke.
Dooney and Burke. Yep.
Tommy Bahama, stuff like that.
But they have like beachwear, and they've got like the UV protection like water shirts.
Yeah, those like sunblock shirt things. Those are mostly in the store, like down on the pool deck.
Yeah.
There's a store down there. There's a really small store, but it has like
goggles,
sunscreen, sunglasses, flip-flops, lots of bathing suits.
Pretty simple. Not a ton of the shopping. One of the things that bothers me sometimes when you go to Disneyland, every store has like the same stuff in it. So it's kind of nice that they just have like 2 or 3 spots to shop.
Yeah. Maybe we'll throw in a few pictures here of the stuff that we personally got.
Yeah, for sure.
Got some plushies, some ears, some pins. We both obviously got a spirit jersey, but nothing. We really honestly didn't go that crazy other than the plushies. That main store too also has like some essentials if you forget something. So like certain medications like Advil, Tylenol, laundry detergent, some like small selection of like groceries and drinks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But across the street there's an ABC store, and that's way more accessible. It's walking distance, way more affordable as well if you want to buy anything and way more selection for things like groceries and like household essentials.
Yeah.
There's quite a few restaurants on site, which is awesome. And then you've got the Four Seasons right next door. You've got a few more restaurants across the street.
There's a quick service restaurant by the pools. Chicken fingers, burgers. They've got like a poke bowl station.
Amazing desserts.
They do have Mickey Mouse Spam musubi. Like that.
And
like it a lot.
And that's the only quick service on property other than like the stands.
There's a shaved ice stand, and there's an ice cream stand, and
there's like
little
a
snacks and
chicken
stuff. But if you want like
stand,
breakfast, lunch, or dinner kind of a thing, like you can get it at that place. Like you can order a pizza,
which is so good. I think I did that 3 times when we were there.
In Hawaii, and especially Disney Hawaii, some of it was a little expensive for what it was.
I think to say some of it was a little expensive is a wild under-exaggeration. I mean, you take Disney expensive, and then you take Hawaii expensive, and then you put them together.
We talked about maybe buying some more groceries, doing breakfast at the hotel room, just trying to cut costs a little bit so you're not spending like, it was like $100 at that one
breakfast.
Yeah, it's a little crazy, a little steep.
I think that no matter what size room that you're in, you at minimum have like a fridge. And I know if you don't have one in your room, you can request a microwave. So at bare minimum, you could be buying like lunch meats or something. We also ate at Makahiki, which is the character dining.
Yeah.
They only do character dining at breakfast. In the evening, it changes to just a standard sit-down restaurant, which we also ate at and was very good.
I think that I almost preferred the evening to the character dining.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah. They had 2 characters basically circulating the whole time for breakfast. I think it was Max and Pluto.
That's kind of it.
Yeah, and it's like they just kept on coming around. So it felt like every 5 to 10 minutes you were just being tapped on the shoulder by these same 2 characters. Maybe we're just not big into character dining as much as we used to be. That's what it is for me, I think.
I feel like you can do it once, and it's really fun and cool to do it once, because you do see Hawaiian Mickey at the very beginning. You do a line photo with him, and you see Goofy at the very beginning as well, and that's a really nice picture to have with the Hawaiian Mickey.
Yeah.
Do it once if you've never done it, but I don't think you and I would do it again. The Olelo room was delicious.
Yeah, that was really good.
It had a lot of like sushi and sashimi.
Yeah, that was really cool.
It was really good. You get a little Mickey-shaped wasabi on your sushi plate.
Yeah, so it was fun. It was very fun. The sushi was really good.
We did eat it off the hook for dinner one night, and that was like, take it or leave it. We didn't even eat it, Alma.
Yeah, and that's like their, like, you
Top
have to be
tier.
dressed nice for that one.
They have like a set prefix menu, so the structure is just not really as family friendly there, and we were traveling with my mom, so that wasn't something that was really going to work for us. We did go to Monkey Pot across the street. They have famous Mai Tais. I thought they were pretty good. Garrett wasn't a fan. My mom was crazy about them.
I don't like foam on a Mai Tai. It's not a foamy drink. Just make a regular Mai Tai. Their regular Mai Tai was fine. The regular Mai Tai, great. Just what do you get foam on it? What's your foam? Then you gotta mix it in.
It's like a lily koi foam.
No, then you gotta mix it in and just give it to me already mixed.
We ate there.
You know?
This whole trip was for my birthday. I turned 30 in December. Part of my birthday celebrations, my dad got us a reservation for the Sunday brunch at the Four Seasons. It was insane.
I dig it. They had a ton of sushi, fresh
Lobster
seafood.
tails.
Yeah, lobster tails. It was pretty crazy. It was definitely kind of like a one-of-a-kind, unique deal there. Lindsay, I mean, there's probably like 15 million different kinds of rooms.
Yeah.
So we won't sit here and list all of them off. Just kind of like a main thing, like this year we had like more of a kitchenette. I think in the future, if we're staying there again, we'd probably feel like we wanted to do more of a kitchen.
Yeah.
Usually that comes with like the one bedroom, so like the location I think was the best part.
Yeah. DVC is unique, and I'll just be super quick, but a quick explanation is that if Aulani is not our home resort, so we don't get priority booking access, we get booking access at the same time as everybody else. So when we went to book this trip, the room that we had originally wanted, the cheap room, was gone, and so we had to pick one of the more expensive, like per points rooms, which is called Island Gardens View, which means you're on the lower levels. I think it's the bottom 4 or 5 floors in both towers, facing inward versus like facing outward, because it's like a U shape, and so facing inward, lower levels. And you don't get to like pick a room the way you do on like Disney Cruise Line, but you do get to put in a request when you do your online check-in 5 days before you arrive. And they say that they can't promise anything, they can't honor every single request, but they try their best.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah, and so I put in a request. I would love if we were specifically on the first floor, because those rooms, the balcony connects to the pool deck.
There was literally a walkway from the back door of our hotel room to the pool deck, so it was pretty great.
It was fantastic.
The location.
And there's still privacy too, because there's like a patio, so there's like the room and the patio, and it's still like a little bit removed from the main walkway, and there's like tall landscaping.
It's probably like 8 feet between the patio and the like the sidewalk walkway, I guess.
Yeah, and there's definitely like some landscaping and trees and everything, and
trees and bushes.
That heavy glass door, man, you close that, you can't hear anything.
Yeah.
So fantastic.
Yeah, that was kind of what was like this shining star, I think, for as far as the room concerned. As far as the inside of the room, I mean, it's just a hotel room, right? Like it wasn't crazy, it wasn't awful. The kitchenette being a kitchen would have been nice, but it was a smaller room.
We didn't know. It was our first time.
But you're not in the hotel room a lot anyway. I think like the only negative thing I would say for the room was that when you pulled that sofa hide-a-bed out, there was probably like just about this much room between the corner of that hide-a-bed and the edge of the regular bed.
Yeah.
It's a small thing, but like that was probably the only thing that I was like, oh man, I wish this was a little different.
I have seen in photos though that if you do book like a standard hotel room, it is like a rectangle and 2 queen beds versus like a queen bed and a pull-out.
We got to visit one of the crazy hotel rooms.
Oh yeah. Like 3-bedroom grand villa.
It's just an obscene, just the crazy. It was like the Hangover hotel room. Like,
yeah, because the whole resort is like U-shaped, and so these 3-bedroom grand villas are on that end of that U, just like facing out to the ocean.
Yeah, and we'll throw some pictures on here because we did get some really cool pictures. Like you go up there, you're on the top floor. Yeah.
And we also still have a 1-bedroom, and there's obviously a designated bedroom and then an attached ensuite bathroom. But the bathroom has a door to the bedroom, but then also a door to the living space. In the living room area is a pull-out couch bed, and then also like a fold-down twin-size bed, which is kind of like hidden. And a full kitchen, like in a house level kitchen. Counters, cabinets, appliances. So yeah, that's kind of the room's breakdown. There is laundry on site, and then there's also laundry in the 1-bedroom and up. For DVC members, it is free to do laundry. We didn't need to do laundry, but it is.
No, we packed in the biggest suitcases we had.
I brought 2 suitcases.
Yeah.
I think there's like 4 main pool areas.
It's the popular part. It's kind of what you do during the day, really. Like, I would say that's like the main attraction is like pools and beach.
Yeah.
Right? My favorite is definitely the lazy river.
All day, every day.
I literally sat in that lazy river for a couple hours at a time.
You fell asleep.
I did. I fell asleep on the lazy river. Yep, I did do that.
Yeah.
It's great. There's nothing more that I like than just like being half in the water and just floating around.
Yep.
You don't have to do anything. Your legs and arms stick out. Every once in a while, you just kind of bump into the side. You're like, oh, I got better push off the side. They got little fountains
all
in there.
All day. I was posted up in a lounge chair on the deck.
Amazing.
Reading a book. Well, and then also near the lazy river, there's some water slides that we really didn't go through.
Yeah, it's still Disney, right? So they're still going to have attractions for kids. So like a lot of water slides. They got a couple splash pads, stuff like that.
There's like a big water playground type thing as well, pretty adjacent to the lazy river.
Yeah.
Can't really speak too much about that. We don't have kids.
Yeah, exactly. The thing really enjoyed was the adults only pool and hot tub. One of the biggest problems with the pool area in general at Aulani is finding a chair.
Yeah,
so
literally.
This thing opens at
8.
And if you are not ready to literally rope drop the pool, then you're probably not going to get like a great chair. And people are pretty wild about it. It's like a family of 4, and they'll grab like 8 chairs. So it's
you
like
need a chair for me and a chair for my stuff, but I'm going to spend the whole day in the pool.
Exactly. The chair game is wild at the Aulani pool.
It is, but we never had a problem at the adult pool or on the beach.
Yeah, exactly. So
wide availability.
Tons of space in the adult pool. It was kind of in the shade. It's so much more quiet. And same with the hot tubs.
The adults only hot tub overlooks the lagoon and the skyline, and it's just gorgeous. And we got in there as the sun was starting to go down, and we just watched the sun set in this hot tub. And as we're watching the sun go down, there's whales breaching in the ocean.
It was cool. It's a really cool experience.
Incredible.
It's like infinity hot tubs. Beach is a man-made beach, so it's like no rocks, no.
Super accessible.
It's just soft, nice sand all the way out.
Pretty shallow.
Yeah.
There's wave breaks, so it doesn't get too like crazy. The waves are really calm. The water's really calm. Yeah. There's no big animals. We did see a turtle.
They did see a turtle. I was not there. No. Surprise, surprise. Garrett was in the lazy river.
My mom and I had bought floaties from across the street, and we were just sitting there floating in the lagoon, and I look up to say something to my mom, and just past her shoulder, not 20 feet away, was a turtle.
Crush.
Yeah, Crush himself. It was so cool. We just kind of like kept our distance, gave him his space, and swam along. There's the main pool area too, which we didn't even go in because it's by far the busiest.
There's just, there's
that main pool that you see right there, like right closest to the beach.
Tons of kids, tons of people.
Chairs are always gone.
Never any chairs there because it is a main.
Yeah,
like it's right in the center. It's the biggest, so I think that once somebody gets a chair there, they never leave. So.
Yeah, and then the last one is that grotto pool, which I think was my favorite pool.
It was really cool.
Because it does have an infinity edge as well, and so we would kind of get in the water and just swim over to that infinity edge. It wasn't as crowded as that main pool was.
Yeah, because
we even got chairs there one day.
Yeah, I do. I remember that, yeah.
So that was really nice, and there is this like grotto kind of structure that you can swim under if you want some shade, and there's another hot tub under there too. And yeah, I like that pool as far as like, the adult pool is really quiet. Like, it's almost like you're in a totally different place. It's like no music quiet, like very serene and very relaxing, and that's what some people are looking for. I like at least a little music, a little bit of livelihood.
Yeah, a little something,
Then, yeah, the beach is fantastic. Plenty of chairs available, and you do get pool service at the beach and on the pool deck. They
have menus that you can order from. Yeah. We really enjoyed pools or beach. Some of the activities that there are to do, not only in the Aulani Resort, but just kind of around the area.
Lots of little activities for guests. Some of them paid, some of them are free. My mom and I made our own ears, which was so much fun. And so you pick, it's like a plain headband with the ears, and then you get to pick if you want lighted or not lighted, and then they give you all of these materials, and it's all like Hawaiian foliage, and so there's like flowers and leaves and other little like tokens. It was really, really fun. I think it was only like $30 each. Yeah, there's the room that we did that in. They do a ton of stuff in there. When we were in there, they have like on the walls all the like activities that they have.
Like a paint and sip.
Yeah, they do like a paint and sip class. There's lots of like kids activities. Like there's a bead class, like for beaded bracelet, things like that.
They also do sunrise yoga.
Oh, yeah. I don't know about that.
Yeah, no,
they do it.
They do it, yeah.
We didn't do it.
Somebody does it.
I was asleep at sunrise.
Yeah, so, and then probably the biggest one for me was that myself and then Lindsay's dad and stepmom were lucky enough to get a reservation at the Colina golf course across the street. So we got to play golf at probably one of the most beautiful golf courses I've ever seen. Like, it was just nuts. It's another one of those things there. I've been lucky enough, fortunate enough to like golf at like a couple of really cool places, and that one by far, I think, well, maybe not by far, but like that one's pretty high up there. Views were amazing. Course is obviously in pristine condition. We'll throw some pictures up here. Great. One hole where you're teeing off and look ahead of you, and it's just the Aulani Resort in front of you, and then like on this little hill they put like a little Mickey Mouse sand trap. It's really, really fun. And it was a great course. It was beautiful out that day. When I actually was doing that,
we went to the spa!
Yeah!
Which was one of the most surreal. I've never been to a spa before. I think you can show up as soon as like 2 hours early before your appointment, and you get to use like the spa facilities. And it's this stunning outdoor garden. There's like a waterfall bathing session. There's all these pools that are different temperatures if you want to do like an icy cold plunge, or if you want to
cold plunge, baby.
If you want to do like a regular temperatured cooler pool, and then there's like a little bit like a lukewarm, and then there's like hot tub. It's crazy. And there's like a reflexology path, and there's all these like nature areas. Oh, also there's food. There's like not like food, but there's like little snacks. Like there's little like bite-sized muffins, and there's like infused waters and fruit, and you know, wellness type food. Right before your treatment, they come and get you, maybe 20 minutes before, they come and get you from out in the garden, and they bring you into this sort of like dark room, and you sit in this like massage red light chair. Oh, while you wait for the person who's gonna give you your treatment. And I almost fell asleep in that chair. It's amazing. I had a facial, my mom had a massage.
So Lindsay had a good time at the spa.
Yeah, it was great.
And then kind of like
highlight for sure.
Definitely a highlight was the luau. It was awesome.
I've never done a luau. I don't know like what it's supposed to be like. We can't compare it to anything, but we had an amazing time.
It was so cool. So
it's a 3-hour experience. There's like 2 ticket options. We just had the regular tickets, but it includes all of your food and all of your drink and the entire experience. So I think it was like $180 a person. The first hour you can do all these little activities, and you can go to the bar. It's open bar.
Open bar.
I have a photo of how many drinks were on our table.
Open bar.
But all the activation stations were really cool too. There was like flower threading to make a little lei bracelet. There was this like traditional sort of tattoo stamping station.
The activities
that was
were
fun. That was the first hour. And then the second hour was the food and eating, getting the food, going through the buffet. The food was incredible. I don't even have words.
It was wild. It was really good. So they had like, it's very just like classic Hawaiian, like plate lunch food.
Very Hawaiian, Polynesian inspired.
Yeah. But like chicken teriyaki, mac salad, white rice, and then they had just a bunch of sweets and stuff. But like the pork.
Carving stations, yeah.
The pork.
Prime rib.
The pork.
And then there's like 2 tables of dessert.
Yeah, it was crazy. The food was amazing. Definitely the best food that we had the whole time we were there.
Without a doubt.
To this day, I stand by the statement that that's probably the best chicken teriyaki I've ever had.
Best food of the literally whole trip.
It was crazy.
Incredible.
It was really good.
And then the last hour was the show.
Which was stellar. Yeah, I just remember they were spitting fire at one point, and the show was really cool.
Yeah,
and it was
a beautiful storytelling of like their land and their culture. It was
super
stunning.
Super awesome. Really, really cool music. And then at the very end, obviously they're gonna bring the closer out. Mickey came out. Mickey and friends. It was so funny because it was like the last 10 minutes of the show. It was like, whoa, cool. Lindsay and we were all just like, whoa. And then Mickey comes out on the stage, and I was like, oh, it's Mickey. And I looked at Lindsay, and she's just tears streaming down her face. Just, and I was like, whoa. The luau is definitely something I recommend.
Yeah. There's also a ton of characters. Obviously, Stitch is a big one because it is Hawaii, so Stitch and Angel are out a lot. And
yep.
You get, your Sensational 6. You've got Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Pluto, Donald. Actually, I don't think we saw Daisy. There's gotta be
I
Daisy.
don't remember.
I know we saw Donald. I don't think we saw Daisy. Anyways, and then Duffy and Friends. I was so excited I got to meet Duffy and Olumel.
For those of you who aren't familiar with, and without going into such great detail,
We're not gonna do the whole story.
No, Mickey Mouse has a stuffed animal bear that Minnie Mouse gave him. The bear's name is Duffy.
Yeah.
And they created a world around that. So they gave him a bunch of friends.
Yep.
It's a whole thing.
Yep.
If you are interested in characters and Disney stuff, look into
Look
it.
it up. It's so cute.
It's
And very popular in the Asia parks. Very, very popular. Zero attention in the US parks. So to see Duffy and his friends
Yeah.
at Aulani was so much fun. I got to take pictures with Duffy and with Olumel, but didn't get Shelly May, and I don't think they have the others. I think it's just those three. A lot of characters, surprisingly. And Moana, obviously.
Yeah. Moana, but no Maui.
So yeah, lots of character opportunities. They are at the breakfast. They are at other events. If you maybe have like a wedding or something, I think you can choose to add a character on. So lots of character opportunities, including like rare character opportunities.
Yeah. Aulani is definitely something, if you're a Disney fan, I would recommend it. It's obviously a lot easier to book if you have DVC. If you don't, there's still ways to do it. People sell contracts, they have room. If you can find a way to get there, I'd recommend it. It's as much Disney as you want it to be, I think, is kind of like our final thought. And that's what we were telling to people a lot of, because obviously people see us going on vacation and they go, oh, we're going to Disney again, you know, oh, going to Disney again.
First of all, yeah.
Yeah, I am going to Disney again.
Yeah.
And I'll keep going. But it's as much Disney as you want it to be. You know, you can choose to be involved with the characters, or you can choose to float the lazy river for 3 hours.
Yeah, or be on the beach.
Bottom line, yeah, Aulani is awesome.
Yeah.
Great place.
Our home resort for DVC is Villas at Disneyland Hotel, and we were sitting there literally in the pool on our phones looking for Aulani contracts because we want to go back again and again. It's like truly the most opposite place of the parks energy-wise, but you still get that amazing Disney magic.
Yeah.
And I'll admit it, the cash prices are wild. They have no business being what they are. If you want to go, I would highly, highly recommend looking up renting points from a DVC member.
Yeah.
We're not renting ours. Don't ask us. But other people do. And there are Facebook groups dedicated to that, people who have multiple contracts and have mildly made a business out of this. And renting points is usually far less out of pocket than like paying upfront cash to Disney.
I think that does it for this Hawaiian-themed week's episode.
I hope you enjoyed,
Yeah.
and please remember that all of your views, all of your likes, all of your comments really mean so, so, so much to us, and we'd really appreciate it if you did those things.
Yeah, we're having a really fun time filming these guys, so drop a comment, follow us, subscribe, hit the like button.
And if you hit the bell, it sends you a notification when we drop a new video, which is every Monday. The time varies, but it's every Monday. And
yeah, it just helps us, and we want to, you know, give you guys fun content, so we're looking to see if you guys leave messages or have any questions for us. Just let us know.
We go back to the parks again in 3 weeks. I'm so excited. So there's only a few more weeks of these videos where we're trying to find something to fill the space. But more parks content is definitely coming soon. And thank you guys so much for watching.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
We'll see you real soon.
See ya.